Hello and welcome to this video of my latest purchase, being the Rapido Trains 15XX. So in this video I'm going to show you what you get inside the box and have a look at the locomotive itself and then put it on the track and see how we get on my layout. So let's make a start. So it comes in the typical Rapido Trains packaging, being the hard case sort of box. On the front you can see it's got like a outline of the actual locomotive inside the box, being the 15XX, with the one that I've purchased being the NCB Maroon livery number 1509. So the rest of the box doesn't really have much on, just same sort of thing which is on the front, and then a little bit about Rapido Trains. So this was the one I've exactly got. So it's the WR15XX 060PT, being the NCB Maroon and number 1509. Product code is 904006. And this is the DC silent version. So I got this from Tony's Trains for £127 something. So inside the box then, first thing, you get the owner's manual. So we'll just have a quick look through this. So first page is this little welcome, a bit of a context page, and then a little short history of the locomotive. Next page is all to do with the detail pack, and then a little bit more about the operation, lubrication, how to fit a decoder, page about its sounds, display diagram, nice little picture at the bottom, and then a couple of pictures of 15XX. So yeah, not too much there, but enough for what you need. And the locomotive itself, so packaged really well, which I really like. So this seems to be sort of the form now for most manufacturers, packaging wise. So we'll take it out of the bit of plastic and the detail pack. Got a few different things in here, so I will take them out of the bag and show you in more detail. But you got vacuum pipes, steam heating pipes, coupling hooks, chains, and a nice little feature being you've got some shovels by the look of it, which you can hang on the back of the locomotive. But we'll look at them in more detail later on. So the actual locomotive itself, the most important bit. So we'll take it out of this, and oh my god, it weighs a ton. Very, very heavy locomotive, saying it's only the size of a pannier tank. And look at that livery. So this was carried when it was at Coventry Colliery. And just wow. Detail is magnificent on this. Weighs an absolute ton. So it's fitted straight away with both couplers at either end. So yeah, I'm going to put this on some track and zoom in a bit more so you can see it in more detail. So if we have a look at the front first, as you can see, lovely front end, sprung buffers as expected, made out of a lot of die cast metal, which I imagine where the weight comes from. It's got 1509 printed on. And then on the back you've got where you can put all the tiny shovels on, hang on the brackets and the bunker. But yeah, obviously not much lining or anything on this locomotive, because it is in the maroon colour. You got a little air vent at the top above the cab, and then you can't really see inside the cab too much, but it is all painted and detailed really nicely. And these slide open and closed. Love the red valve gear, really big fan of that. I've got a thing for locomotives. It's about my fourth one now. It's got red rods. Yes, very impressive. Nice bunker, not too high, so easily to put real coal over if you wanted to. But yeah, this thing is brilliant. Weighs an absolute ton and it feels solid, which is brilliant. So let's actually look at the weight itself. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my Bachmann pannier on, which is 193 grams. So this is roughly exactly the same size locomotive. And this one is, wow, 310. massive difference. It just shows you how much diecast there is on this locomotive. So these are your, so like I said, you've got vacuum pipes, steam, heating pipes, coupling hooks, some chains for the front and rear buffers. And you've also got, like I said, the tiny shovels, okay? You've also got a pair of lamp irons as well to fit if you wanted to, but it's all explained really nicely in the booklet, so where you can put it all. So at the minute I'm just running this locomotive in because what's recommended in the brochure. As you can see, also it has a firebox glow, which is quite nice. You can control that if you fit a decoder to this, which is an 18-pin decoder. I'm not going to do that for today, but I think I might do at some point. So it's recommended to run this in both ways. So I'm going to just run it in forward direction and backwards directions for a bit. Then we'll make it crawl a little bit slower. Then we'll hook it up to some wagons to see how we get on. So let's see how we get on with running it. So running in was a success, no derailments, nice and smooth in both directions, so really happy. So I'm just trying out the slow speed. As you can see, crawling really nice with a nice bit of firebox glow. Like I say, you can control that better when you've fitted a decoder. And then we'll go in the other direction, a little bit quicker than the controller, slow it down a bit. I mean, there's not going to be many times where you run the locomotive this slow, but look at that crawl. So this is going to have no problems hooking up to its wagons nice and slowly. So really impressive crawl, nicely controlled. Does have a bit of speed if you want to turn it up. But very happy with this so far. So just running it around my layout again, and just showing you over the points. So these are Hornby curve points. Some of my logos do struggle with these, but this one's not having a problem. So I've got 3 sets of them on my layout, and it's not having any issues at all. So it's got pickups to every wheel, so it's got 6 pickups. They're working really well for the power, which is really appropriate. So these wagons work at Coventry Colliery, and the Neaton Griff is a colliery very close by. So I'm going to go over that, another set of Hornby points there. So we'll go quite slowly and see how we get on. And coupling straight away. As you can see, it can go really nice and slowly, and then if you need to, you can accelerate away quite nicely. So far, really happy with this. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to have it running around the layout, and I'll show you from a few different camera angles. But yeah, really impressed with this so far. This is my first ever Rapido Trains locomotive, and I'm definitely going to be buying more if this is how good they are. Really impressed. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video about the Rapido 15XX. I'm really impressed with this locomotive. My next steps are to look at weathering this lightly, but hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you could subscribe, like and even add a comment, that would be really appreciated. But for now, thanks for watching and hopefully see you on the next video. Cheers for now.